As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a businessman, but there's something about mafia movies and shows that pulls me in every time. I made over $1 million in sales just from watching The Sopranos, and here's what you gotta do to score big too. When I first started watching The Sopranos, I had no clue he would become my business mentor. I just wanted to relax and enjoy the drama. However, the deeper I got into Tony Soprano's world, the more I began to see powerful business lessons woven into the story. Tony Soprano's success is grounded in the principles that can yield results in every industry. Even if you're not looking to run a mob family, his strategies can take your financial game to the next level. With that in mind, I started this YouTube channel so we can help you get ahead of your competition and make some serious cash. So here's the first lesson I learned from The Sopranos. You must build a strong network of allies. Tony Soprano knows how to build and leverage connections, whether with family, friends, or restaurant owners and lawyers. He understands that no business, legit or not, thrives without a solid network. He doesn't just hang out with people who can help him. He creates alliances where everybody wins. This got me thinking about the importance of having a reliable network in sales. If Tony could have contacts who could help him out, I could build connections that would open doors to new clients and opportunities. However, The Sopranos also made me reflect on my own relationships. Do I know people that will take a bullet for me? Is anyone on my team as committed as Silvio or Paulie? I realized I needed to find smart and loyal people like Tony's capos to grow faster. This moment I marked a turning point in my career. I started being intentional about networking. I was going to industry events, joining online groups, and reaching out to influencers who could give me valuable introductions. By building a wide network, I created a support system that helped me in unexpected ways. Whether you're starting a business, thinking about your first venture, or working for someone else, remember, you can change the game by following this simple lesson. You don't become successful by having the best resume, but by having the best contacts. A simple phone call can take you from flipping burgers at McDonald's to racking 6 or even 7 figures overnight. Lesson number 2. Stay ahead of the competition. Tony's success isn't about his charm, it's also about his foresight. He doesn't just react to threats or opportunities, he anticipates them. He keeps an eye on his rivals, weighing in every possible scenario that could impact his business. Honestly, the show could have ended pretty quickly if Tony hadn't hidden his guns in his mom's nursing home during season 1. Tony taught me that being reactive is just not enough in sales. I needed to anticipate my clients' needs and potential objections before they even mention them. Most people start addressing business problems only when it's too late. They scramble for new clients when sales dip, rush to fix customer service after getting flooded with negative reviews. But why do you wait? You can tackle your problems before they even show up. In sales, I learned that waiting to solve problems usually means it's too late. Being proactive in addressing clients' needs keeps you a step ahead. Sure, there's times where Tony couldn't foresee conflicts, but that's when the drama unfolded. But that's also when experience and the contacts I talked about in lesson 1 come into play. I also made it a habit to prep for meetings by anticipating every possible question and concern a client might have. In Tony's world, getting caught off guard could mean death. In business, it's the difference between success and bankruptcy. For example, if a client wanted something I didn't offer, I researched similar products or looked for partners to complement my services. By being proactive, I found my clients felt more at ease and were more likely to work with me rather than my competitors, turning prospects into long-term clients. Moving on to lesson 3. Respect and loyalty goes both ways. In The Sopranos, respect and loyalty are everything. Tony Soprano expects his crew to be loyal, and he gives that loyalty right back. He's not afraid to dish out consequences when somebody crosses the line, making it clear that his values are non-negotiable. And the same goes for business. Look, if you want to build lasting relationships, respect and loyalty are key. Clients want to feel heard and valued, not just like any other sale. That's why I made it my mission to create loyalty that went beyond just closing a deal. When a client referred me to someone else, I made sure to thank them personally and even give them a token of appreciation. There's a lot of you guys out there that have a business and your friends refer you business, and you never even thank them. You don't even give them any type of referral fee or any type of finder's fee. So take care of the people that bring you business. Respect and loyalty can take you much further than disloyalty and arrogance. This is especially true in both the business world and the mafia world. By actually tuning into what my clients needed and going the extra mile, I really strengthened those connections. Those little gestures not only boosted their loyalty, but also helped my business grow like crazy. Lesson number 4. Learn when to walk away from a bad deal. It's okay to fire your clients. One of Tony's biggest lessons, and a tough one for many salespeople, is knowing when to walk away. Throughout the series, he's willing to step back from deals that don't serve him. Even when the going gets tough, he makes decisions confidently, sometimes opting for a smaller reward just to keep control. When I first jumped into sales and entrepreneurship, I took almost every deal, no matter the terms. I was scared of missing out and thought any client was a good client. But after watching Tony in action, I learned to be picky. I learned to keep my self-worth. I started evaluating potential clients more critically, looking for those who respected my time and value my expertise. I don't care about the name droppers or the big dreamers. You can't pay rent with the potential of somebody's idea. Look, saying no to deals gave me more time and energy to focus on high-quality clients who can align with my services. It wasn't just about making sales, it's about working with clients who didn't drain my time or resources. This realization brought relief and control, letting me deliver better results and boost my income. However, it wasn't until lesson number 5 that I saw a serious change in my business. That day, I learned that adaptability is key in a changing industry. Tony faces unpredictable challenges in The Sopranos, from legal threats to betrayals. The world around him is always changing, and his survival hinges on his adaptability. He doesn't stick stubbornly to one approach. He adjusts his strategy as needed. And this is true because a lot of people you deal with, they get married to the way they've been doing things. They are scared of change, and you need to embrace change. In business, adaptability is just as crucial. Look, I face setbacks, whether from shifting clients' needs, new competitor, or market changes, and even regulations. Tony's flexibility taught me to embrace change instead of resisting it. For example, when digital sales tools evolved, I made sure to stay up to date with the latest software so that I can boost my efficiency and respond faster than my competitors. By adapting my offerings and expanding my skill set, I was able to stay relevant and continue closing deals even when the economy was not its best. Look, during the lockdown is where I made most of my money, and for some people that was a tragic time. The next thing I picked up from The Sopranos is that big reward comes from smart risks. And I'm gonna call this lesson number 6. Tony isn't reckless. He takes calculated risks. Whether expanding his operations or forming risky alliances, he knows that measured risks can pay off big time. His ability to weigh potential risk against possible rewards is his key to success. This idea of calculated risk pushed me out of my comfort zone in sales. I started targeting bigger clients and exploring new markets, doing my homework before making contact. At first, it felt like it was a lot on the line, but the potential rewards made it worth it. And I was right. Some of my biggest clients came after I was willing to take the greatest risks. And here's what I was thinking. If Tony Soprano can risk his life and freedom for the American dream, I can step out of my comfort zone to pursue the Canadian dream. And finally, we got lesson number 7. Trust the process, but don't be afraid to innovate. Tony balances tradition with innovation. He respects the old ways, but isn't afraid to try new approaches when needed. He's quick to modernize his operations to survive. Think about the Italian mafia today. They've had to blend into society to avoid getting caught. The days of gangsters in the Godfather-style suits, they're long gone. However, they haven't just changed their wardrobe. They've also learned to leverage technology to their advantage. There's this new concept called online fraud. The Sopranos takes place in the early 2000s when Italian-American mobsters were starting to forget the old ways. In response, Tony brought in some of his buddies from Italy to keep the old school traditions alive in New Jersey. He also streamlined his operations to play a smaller role personally. With these enforcers, he made sure his guys didn't soften up while reworking his command chain to make it nearly impossible for the FBI to catch him. So there you have it, 7 business lessons from The Sopranos that can completely transform your approach and lead to success. Whether you're in sales, running a business, or just looking for ways to elevate your career, keep these lessons from Tony in mind. If a mob boss can navigate the complex world of business, so can you. That said, I'm curious to know the best lesson you've learned from The Sopranos, or even The Penguin, or Goodfellas. What's your favorite mafia movie? One of my favorite movies is Bronx Tale, actually. But yeah, these are the 7 lessons I learned so I can build my business. I'll see you next time.